Ketegangan antara PAS dan Gerakan dalam Perikatan Nasional seakan tidak dapat diselindung lagi. Ketua Penerangan PAS Ahmad Fadhli Shaari mengecam kenyataan Presiden Gerakan Dominic Lau yang menggesa kerajaan membenarkan sumbangan dari syarikat arak kepada sekolah Cina. Ia sekaligus mencetuskan amarah Fadhli yang memberi amaran kepada Gerakan bahawa mungkin gabungan itu tidak akan bertahan sehingga PRU 16. Membalas kenyataan Fadhli, Timbalan Presiden Gerakan Oh Tong Kiong berkata, Gerakan tidak akan teragak-agak untuk keluar dari Perikatan Nasional jika tindakan itu bermakna mempertahankan pendidikan Cina. Ia sekaligus menimbulkan kebimbangan mengenai masa depan kerjasama kedua-dua parti itu dalam Perikatan Nasional. Adakah Gerakan akan meninggalkan Perikatan Nasional? KiniTV mendapatkan pandangan ahli akademik dan penganalisis politik Profesor James Chin mengenai isu tersebut.
At the present moment, many people expect Gerakan to pull out. The answer is that will not happen. You have to remember Muhyiddin is trying to build a coalition similar to Barisan Nasional because after all, Bersatu is actually made up 100% of ex-UMNO members. Those people who disagree with the people like Najib and Anwar Ibrahim and Zahid. So basically, they're trying to replicate the Barisan Nasional model. And as many of the viewers know, Barisan Nasional model requires one core Malay party, which is Bersatu, plus other parties representing the interests of other communities. So Gerakan is there to represent the interests of the Chinese community.
Kontroversi mengenai derma syarikat bir kepada sekolah telah membuatkan hubungan PAS dan Gerakan menjadi tegang. PAS, sebuah parti fundamentalis, dilihat sering bercanggah dengan usaha Gerakan dalam membela masyarakat bukan Melayu dalam gabungan itu. Jurang ideologi itu menimbulkan persoalan tentang kestabilan dalam Perikatan Nasional itu sendiri.
Now, having said that, we know there are tensions because PAS is being very fundamentalist towards its belief, trying to impose its belief on the non-Muslim population. So in some ways, it's actually good that Gerakan is speaking up because that is its role inside Perikatan, which is to represent the non-Malay interests. But again, it really doesn't matter if they attack each other in public because they're speaking to their own supporters. So I'm quite sure the top leaders in Gerakan and the top leaders in PAS actually don't care even if they have a public spat.
Walaupun ketegangan yang semakin parah mengenai isu derma sekolah Cina, struktur gabungan Perikatan Nasional itu sebenarnya sama seperti Barisan Nasional. Bagaimanapun perbezaan dasar dan ideologi menjadikan perdamaian antara kedua parti itu dilihat sangat mencabar. Persoalannya, mampukah Perikatan Nasional menguruskan pandangan yang bercanggah itu dengan berkesan tanpa sebarang perpecahan dalam gabungan?
So it is not possible for the coalition to break up for the reasons I gave just now because they're trying to replicate the Barisan Nasional model. So we can expect this sort of spats between PAS and Gerakan because you have to remember when they talk like this, right? They're actually not talking to each other. They're talking to their core-based supporters, right? So obviously, when the PAS information chief attacked Gerakan on the alcohol issue, he's obviously not sending the message to the Chinese community because the Chinese community doesn't regard alcohol as, as haram or anything. So he's actually speaking to his base community, which is the Islamic vote. It's the same thing with Gerakan. When Gerakan, argue back with PAS, right? They're not speaking to the PAS members. They're speaking to their own core supporters who expect them to represent the non-Muslim interests in Perikatan. Differences will have to remain unresolved because it is quite clear that PAS is not going to drop its aim to make Malaysia Islamic state and to Islamize most parts of the population, especially in terms of public policy. So this issue cannot be resolved because essentially you have two different worldviews. PAS worldview is that Malaysia should be becoming more Islamic, eventually becoming Islamic state, while PAS worldview is that Malaysia to remain as it is, largely secular, but not really a secular state, with Islam being the religion of the Federation. So it is not possible to reconcile these two worldviews.
James Chin menegaskan bahawa undi Cina adalah penting dalam politik Malaysia terutamanya untuk gabungan seperti Perikatan Nasional. Sejak 2020, Gerakan telah ditugaskan untuk mewakili kepentingan masyarakat Cina dalam gabungan tersebut. Namun, adakah pengaruh PAS mencecaskan gerak kerja Gerakan menarik undi Cina?
Many non-Muslims of the Chinese and Indian community understand that the key driver in Perikatan is actually PAS. They will not support Gerakan because they are more afraid of PAS. So they see Gerakan as basically in Perikatan as what we call window dressing to give Perikatan the multiracial look. But everybody understands that, Gerakan cannot do much. I think they only got one Adun and that's about it. So they really can't do much. They have one senator, which is the party president themselves. And basically, since they lost Penang in 2008, basically Gerakan has been trying to survive and try to recapture its old glory. But my argument is that this is not possible in the immediate future because the ground for Malaysia is highly polarized and it's getting more and more polarized.
Untuk rekod, ketegangan antara PAS dan Gerakan bukanlah asing. Sebelum ini, kedua-dua parti pernah bertelakah selepas berebut untuk bertanding di Dun Bayan lepas pada pilihan raya negeri Pulau Pinang 2023. Kerusi itu akhirnya diberikan kepada Gerakan, namun ia tetap dibantah oleh pemuda PAS Tasik Glugur. Dalam majlis ceramah mega anjuran Perikatan Nasional sempena PRN, Presiden Gerakan Dominic Lau tidak dijemput. Sebaliknya diminta PAS kawasan untuk meninggalkan program di Tasik Glugur itu. Sementara itu, Muhammad Sanusi Mat Nur adalah pemimpin PAS terbaru yang tidak berselindung, bersetuju jika Gerakan keluar daripada Perikatan Nasional.
Sila keluar, komen Sanusi. Takkan semua orang kita, takkan semua benda kita kena hormat dia, dia tak pernah hormat kita. Dia tak perlu hormat kita ke? Takkan orang Melayu je kena hormat dia. Dia tak payah ugut orang lah. Kita pun dah matang dah abang itu. Tak payah ugut lah. Belajar hormat orang sama. Belajar hormati orang Melayu dan orang Islam di negara ini. Itu sudah. Politik apa ugut ni lama lah tu.
Selepas ketegangan dengan PAS, masa depan Gerakan dalam Perikatan Nasional masih tidak menentu. Jika Gerakan memilih untuk meninggalkan Perikatan Nasional, adakah parti itu mampu bertahan tanpa sebarang gabungan?
Gerakan can survive if they leave Perikatan Nasional. The party does have some financial resources. So, for example, in Cheras, they own Menara PGRM, and some of the state headquarters, they also own the building. But the problem is that without representative in the Dewan Rakyat and in most of the states, you need a bigger platform. In other words, you need to join a coalition to get a real political voice. So while the party can exist outside Perikatan, it will become more and more irrelevant. I think the issue for Gerakan is that some of their own members are questioning, even if they're in Perikatan, are they also irrelevant? Because we have seen that Gerakan basically gets no respect from PAS.